Rees-Zammit chasing hard. Can anyone catch him? He has run!
You're dominating in rugby, a global star with fans hanging on your every move. Then, out of nowhere, you decide to give it all up for a shot at making it big in the NFL. Sounds like a wild decision, right? That's exactly what Louis Rees-Zammit did. After dazzling on the rugby field, he's now chasing his NFL dream. But here's the twist. He was recently cut from the Kansas City Chiefs, a team fresh off a Super Bowl win. You'd think that'd be the end, but no. The Jacksonville Jaguars have given him a second shot. Is this his ultimate redemption, or just another failed attempt to crack the NFL code? Let's start with Louis Rees-Zammit. The Welsh sensation was tearing it up in rugby. Known for his speed and agility, Rees-Zammit was not just a rising star, but one many thought would dominate the rugby scene for years. Yet he shocked everyone when he traded in his rugby boots for a chance to make it in the NFL. After progressing through the NFL's International Player Pathway program, Rees-Zammit's journey started with the Kansas City Chiefs, who took a gamble on him after their Super Bowl triumph. The NFL is no small step for anyone, let alone a rugby player unfamiliar with the complexities of American football. Rees-Zammit quickly found out that excelling in rugby doesn't necessarily translate into NFL success. After navigating pre-season, the Chiefs cut him when he failed to make their 53-man squad or earn a place on their practice squad. But just when it seemed like the NFL dream might be over, the Jacksonville Jaguars came calling, offering him a second chance. So, the question now is, can Rees-Zammit defy the odds? Many have tried before him, but few have succeeded. His story is the latest in a long line of rugby stars who've tested their skills in American football, and it's far from over. While many rugby players have tried and failed, a few have made the leap to the NFL, proving that it's possible to transition between these two physically demanding sports. Let's look at some of these success stories. Perhaps the most famous rugby to NFL success story belongs to Jarryd Mailata, and his journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Raised in Bankstown, Australia, Mailata played rugby league with dreams of stardom, but had absolutely no football experience when he took on the challenge of transitioning to the NFL. Standing at an imposing 6'8" and weighing 346 pounds, Mailata's size and athleticism caught the attention of the Philadelphia Eagles, who took a gamble by drafting him in the 7th round in 2018 through the NFL's International Player Pathway program. Initially, there was skepticism about whether someone with no background in football could ever thrive in such a highly competitive league. However, Mailata quickly dispelled the doubts. His incredible physical attributes, combined with a relentless work ethic, made him a natural fit for the offensive tackle position, one of the most demanding and critical roles on the field. After honing his skills for 2 years, Mailata earned the Eagles' starting left tackle job, cementing his place as a cornerstone of the team's offensive line. In 2021, he was rewarded with a 4-year, $64 million contract extension, a testament to his rapid rise and dominance in the league. But Mailata's talent doesn't stop at football. In a surprising turn, he appeared as a contestant on The Masked Singer, where he wowed audiences with his impressive vocal skills, showcasing yet another side to his multi-talented personality. Mailata's journey has inspired countless rugby players to chase NFL dreams, but few have managed to replicate his success. His rise from rugby league to NFL stardom is a testament to how raw athleticism, determination, and adaptability can lead to success, even in an unfamiliar sport. His story continues to inspire athletes worldwide. Nate Ebner's journey from rugby to the NFL stands out as one of the most remarkable crossover success stories in sports. Initially, Ebner made a name for himself playing rugby union and excelled for the USA at junior age grade level. After joining Ohio State University, Ebner's introduction to American football was made, and he never looked back. His rugby background, known for its physicality and agility, made him an ideal candidate for a transition to football. Drafted by the New England Patriots in 2012 as a special teams player, Ebner went on to win 3 Super Bowl titles during his time with the team. His ability to adapt to the high-paced, strategic demands of football, while excelling in a highly specialized role on special teams, set him apart. What makes Ebner's story even more impressive is that he didn't completely leave rugby behind. In 2016, he returned to the sport he loved, representing Team USA in Rugby Sevens at the Rio Olympics. This achievement made him one of the few athletes to play professionally in both rugby and the NFL at the highest levels. His rare versatility and dedication to both sports earned him widespread respect. Ebner's dual success highlights the crossover potential between rugby and American football, proving that skills like tackling, speed, and spatial awareness can translate effectively between the two sports. For every success story, there are just as many, if not more, near misses. Players who came close but couldn't quite make the NFL transition stick. Christian Wade was a rugby union star in England. In 2018, he left his rugby career behind to chase NFL glory. Wade was signed by the Buffalo Bills as a running back, and his early performances in the preseason were promising. Who could forget the electrifying 65-yard touchdown run in his first game? Yet despite these flashes of brilliance, Wade never made it off the practice squad. After years of effort, he's returned to rugby, now playing for Gloucester. His experience underscores just how tough the NFL can be, even for world-class rugby talent. Christian Scotland Williamson's journey was also noteworthy. The former Worcester Warriors rugby player was picked up by NFL scouts after a video of him making a huge tackle went viral on social media. He was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers as a tight end, spending 2 years learning the ins and outs of the position. While he never made it to the main roster, his perseverance showed that with dedication, rugby players can have a shot at the NFL, though the road is far from easy. Arguably one of the most famous attempts came from Jarryd Hayne, a superstar in Australia's National Rugby League. In 2015, Hayne shocked the sports world by signing with the San Francisco 49ers. His early performances were promising, and he managed to play 8 games as a running back and punt returner. But Hayne's NFL career was short-lived. He struggled to fully adapt to the complexities of American football, and after just 1 season, he returned to Australia. Although his NFL dream ended quickly, Hayne's attempt is remembered as one of the boldest crossover moves in rugby history. One notable figure who attempted the move from rugby to the NFL is Alex Gray. Gray was a former England Rugby Sevens player, known for his physicality and athleticism. In 2017, Gray took a bold step by joining the NFL through its International Player Pathway program. He signed with the Atlanta Falcons as a tight end, a position that demanded entirely different skills than those required in rugby. Despite showing promise and spending 2 years on the Falcons' practice squad, Gray never made it to the active roster, ultimately marking his NFL dream as an unfulfilled one. However, Gray didn't let the NFL setback define him. After leaving the sport, he found a new career path by joining the popular TV show Gladiators as a cast member, taking on the persona of Apollo. His transition from professional athlete to television personality showcases his adaptability and determination. Gray's journey is a testament to the difficult, but sometimes rewarding shift athletes make when crossing into unfamiliar territories, even if that journey doesn't lead to the intended destination. His post-NFL career highlights how players, despite setbacks, can reinvent themselves successfully beyond the sports arena. So, why is it so hard for rugby players to make the jump to the NFL? On the surface, both sports involve running, tackling, and physicality, but in reality, they're vastly different. Here are some of the key challenges rugby players face when trying to break into the NFL. One of the biggest obstacles is learning an entirely new game. While rugby and football share some common traits, the rules, strategies, and gameplay are worlds apart. Rugby players used to open field running and continuous play have to adjust to the stop-start nature of American football. The playbooks in the NFL are notoriously complex, and players need to memorize dozens of plays, each with its own set of responsibilities. For a rugby player, this is like trying to learn a new language while also competing at the highest level. Another challenge is the level of specialization in the NFL. In rugby, players are expected to be all-rounders, running, passing, tackling, and even kicking. In American football, the roles are far more specific. A rugby player who's great at running with the ball might need to focus exclusively on blocking or pass catching in the NFL. This kind of laser focus on one aspect of the game can be a difficult adjustment for players used to the fluid nature of rugby. While both sports require incredible athleticism, the physical demands can be different. In rugby, endurance is key, as the game flows continuously with minimal breaks. In the NFL, the average play lasts just a few seconds, but the intensity is at its peak during that time. Players need explosive power for those short bursts, which can be a tough adjustment for rugby athletes. Additionally, The protective gear in the NFL, while designed for safety, can feel cumbersome to players coming from rugby's no-padding culture. Lastly, the level of competition in the NFL is fierce. Every year, the NFL draft brings in hundreds of college players who have been training for this moment their entire lives. These athletes understand the nuances of American football in a way that rugby converts simply can't match, at least not right away. For rugby players trying to make the cut, they're not just competing against other converts, they're up against lifelong football players who have the sport ingrained in them. What does all of this mean for the future of rugby players trying to break into the NFL? Louis Rees-Zammit's second chance with the Jaguars is an intriguing development, but his story is just one of many. If he succeeds, it could open the floodgates for more rugby stars to try their hand at American football. But what if he fails? Will this be the beginning of the end for the NFL's rugby talent spotting experiment? As we have seen, many have tried, but few have succeeded to make the huge transition. Who, if anyone at all, will be the next Jordan Mailata? Let us know in the comments below if you think one of our current rugby stars has what it takes. And as for Rees-Zammit, whilst we would love to see him crack the NFL, it would be amazing to see him tearing up defenses with a rugby ball in his hand once again. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out the next one and see if Rees-Zammit is one of our fastest rugby players of all time.